Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sitting down and filming a makeup tutorial for you guys. I really wanted to do something really creative and kind of out there with makeup. This is honestly one of my favourite looks I think I've ever filmed. I love this so much. I have no idea what I'm going to call it. It kind of reminds me of like a peacock style makeup look. I'm not actually too sure, and I think that this would be perfect for kind of like a festival, but even if you just wanted to be a bit out there, a bit crazy with your makeup, I know I would if I went out. So I really wanted to play around with colour as well, because I know that in some of my older videos a lot of my makeup style tends to be the same, which is fine. That's just the way that I like to do my makeup, I suppose, but I kind of wanted to be a little bit more creative and try and do something a little bit more different. So I hope that you guys like this look. If you did and you want to see how I got it, then just keep on watching. So first of all, I'm going to be taking a primer. This one is the Amazing Cosmetics Illuminating Primer, and I'm just going to be putting that all over the face. As you can see, it gives a really nice sort of golden glow. So then I'm going to be moving on to foundation. I'm going to be using my favourite at the moment, and that is the Tarte Shape Tape. All of the colours that I use on my face I will list down below if you're interested, but I'm just going to be taking my beauty blender and buffing that into the skin. So for concealer, I'm going to be also using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This again is one of my favourite that I've been using at the moment, and I'm just going to be using that to highlight as well. It gives amazing coverage, so if you guys are looking for a good concealer, I'm sure you've already heard of this one because it's been everywhere, but it's really good for covering up like dark circles and things like that. So then I'm going to be taking my Mercier Trusted Translucent Powder, and I'm just going to be baking my under eyes with that. So I'm going to be going off camera as usual and doing my eyebrows, and then for a transition shade I'm going to be taking a Makeup Geeks Peach Smoothie, and I'm going to be blending that into the crease. If you guys are long-term subscribers of mine, then you know how much I absolutely love this shade for a transitional colour. It just makes every single look that I do blend so much more seamlessly and effortlessly, and I love it. So now picking up the Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette, I'm going to be taking this shade called Blindsided, and I'm going to be putting that into the crease. In the palette it looks really turquoise, but it actually came out more teal on my skin tone, which I wasn't completely mad about, but I thought it was going to be a little bit more bluer than I wanted it to be at first. So I did sort of blend that into the transitional shade, and I did go back in with a clean blending brush just to make sure the edges were completely seamless and there was no harsh lines. So then I took the darker blue in the palette called Minx, and I'm focusing that on the outer corner of the eye, kind of making it look like more of a cat eye appearance, and also adding more depth to the look as well. So now using a flat brush and a little bit more of that Shape Tape concealer, I'm going to be cutting the crease just to really clean up this look and make it look more put together. I really like to do this, especially when I'm doing more dramatic and colourful looks. I just think the overall sort of end appearance looks so much more cleaner. So after that I'm going to be taking the shade Calavera, which is a really intense bright yellow, and I'm going to be focusing that on the inner corners of the eye. I did go in a few times just to really intensify that colour because I wanted to make it really pop. So now taking the pink from the palette called Gossip, I'm going to be focusing that on the middle part of the lid, and I'm going to be sort of blending that into the yellow and also to the blue on the outer corner. So I did go in a couple of times again just to re-intensify that colour because I really wanted to make it nice and vibrant, and I did add a little bit more blue and a bit more yellow to the outer part of that pink just to make sure the blend was nice and seamless and there was no harsh lines. So now moving on to the fun part, I'm going to be taking this L'Oreal Tattoo Signature Liner, and I'm just going to be putting that onto the upper lash line. And I always do this before I apply false eyelashes because I just think it makes it look more kind of put together that way. So with the same eyeliner, I'm going to be creating these dots on the eye. I actually found that by using more like a felt tip liner, it was more easy to apply. I just think if you use something a little bit more like liquidy, it would just be so much more harder to, I don't know, wait for the dots to dry before you open and close your eyes. Otherwise it would just kind of like run and create a big mess everywhere. So I just think you have more control over a felt tip eyeliner, and as you can see I'm focusing all these dots on the outer half of the eye, but I am putting it through onto the inner part of the eye through the crease, if that makes sense. And I'm just keeping the yellow and the pink eyeshadow completely clear because I really wanted those colours to be free of the spots and to pop a little bit more. So now I'm going to be adding some mascara, and I'm going to be adding some false eyelashes as well. If you guys want to know what false eyelashes these are, I will leave them down in the description box below if you're interested. But I'm going to be taking this Polka Princess bronzer by Tarte. I've absolutely been loving this recently, and I'm just going to be placing that onto the areas where I'd normally contour. So the technique that I do at the moment is by using kind of like a small angled brush just to place the bronzer where I want that to be, and then I go in with this JOUER face buffer brush, which I absolutely have been using to death. I love it so much, and I just make sure that all the edges are blended through, and it just creates so much more of a kind of flawless application to the skin. It just looks so much more natural that way. So once I've done that, I'm going to be moving on to blush, and I'm going to be taking this blush by MAC called LOVEJOY, and I'm going to be putting that into the apples and then pulling it back through the cheekbones too. So now moving on to highlighter, I'm going to be taking this one by JOUER in the colour CITRINE. This has been one of my favourite highlighters I've been using at the moment. As you can see, I've already hit pan on it, and yeah, I just really love the way it looks on my face. So I'm just going to be putting that onto the cheekbones and down my nose, and also my cupid's bow, the normal places where you do, you know. And then I'm going to be going back into the palette and taking the colour Sketch, which is this really nice sort of intense purple, and I'm going to be putting that through the lower lash line as well. Then to finish off the eyes, I'm just going to be throwing a little bit of black eyeliner into the waterline, and also a little bit of mascara onto the lower lashes as well. So now moving on to lips, I'm going to be taking this Too Faced Melted Lipstick in the colour Sugar, and this lip liner by L'Oreal in the colour Beige. And I wanted to keep the lips really nude because obviously we've got so much intense, strong colour on the eyes, and yeah, it's just a lot of craziness going on up there. So I didn't want to take the emphasis away from that. So to finish off this look, I'm going to be giving my face a good amount of setting spray. This one is by Cover FX. It's the Illuminating setting spray, and yeah, I've just been using this a lot recently. I really like the way it gives my skin a nice glowy finish. So guys, that is the end of this video. I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, as always, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up for me and hit that subscribe button if you're new, and I will see you again in my next video. Bye!